Yo, what's good? Everyday Superpower signing in, where we talk body language, non-verbal and verbal communication, relationships, game, so on and so forth. And speaking of game, I want to title this one, It's a Deep Game. It's a deep game. It's a deep game, people. What are you going to do when you're prepared but the ones you love aren't? And they start coming after them. I'm not saying this like you're involved in some sort of gang warfare. I'm saying what happens when they start coming after the ones you love, who aren't educated, knowledgeable, and deep in the uncommon information. When they get into a little bit of trouble and you're going to have to take a step back, or when you speak to them, they don't see things from your point of view. And you, from the outside looking in, try to understand the tangle as to which their communication is now deep set within. It's a deep game. The everyday, subtle and major transactional small talks, the conversations the people around you have, spreading like a spider's web, intricate, and you can't control that. You can't control that. It's a deep game. When you go to sleep, you don't know what's going on in the world. When you wake up, you don't know what's happened. But time has moved on and people have moved on and you can't catch up. You have to be present because you can't lurk in the past trying to pick up the pieces. It's a deep game. When things roll on and build up momentum and leave without you, and you're left to either see it off or ignore it or try to catch up, or perhaps it's taken you in the whirlwind and you're off. It's a deep game when you can't fathom the deep depth of one individual's shadowed psychology, let alone everybody you come across on a day-to-day, week-to-week, year-to-year, decade-to-decade basis. It's a deep game when some of the people you bumped into, if not a lot of people you bump into, don't have your best interests at mind. It's a deep game, but we've got to play it. And as we start to become aware and conscious and assess each and every circumstance we get ourselves into, we realise we really know nothing. As our philosophy grows and we start to recognise patterns and patch up blind spots, we start to see the truth of how many blind spots there are. And the more we learn, the more they become. And the more they become, the more engulfed in darkness we are. I know a man who took his own life because he was intellectual. Because he thought too much. Because he understood. And his perception of what was too much for him to handle. It's a deep game. What are you going to do when they come for you and you need to take time to step back and assess? And the time ticks away. Do you react like thunder? Or do you allow them to poke you again? In a more domineering and painful, oppressive manner. What do you do? This is happening to you right now, you just don't know about it. Whether it be happening from someone close to you, whether it's happening with the media and the advertisement, whether it's happening in the workplace, the system. Crushing down, smushing down. It's a deep game and you're only going deeper as you get flattened into the floor by the weight of it all, the weight of the world, but you're standing atop of the world. As you see things for what they are, or at least what you perceive them to be, and you think, why me? I wish I was ignorant again. I wish I would allow the flow of the world to just take me where it pleases, but the joke's on you because that happens regardless of you being aware or not. You control nothing. You have control of near-abouts nothing. That which revolves around you will revolve regardless. It's a deep game.